Hey guys, a big welcome back to Belle's Hoyas. Please join me in my garden update today in the wonderful world of Hoyas. Now, whether you are new here or a regular friend and supporter, let's explore many fascinating flowers today. I'm so excited. There are several new Hoyas in bloom and I have compiled precious footage of their different stages of flowers development to share with you today. We have more than 35 flowers today, so please do sit back and relax and let's start the tour. The first Hoya here has creamy yellow buds, and this is Hoya Elliptica. And when it opens its flowers fully, as you can see here, they are white in color and they give off a pleasant floral scent. They usually last for about 4 or 5 days, and it is always a treat to see the flowers as this Hoya is quite a diva queen and does drop its buds quite often before it fully blooms. Now let's take a look at the foliage, which in my opinion is very unique, and as you can see it has very pretty veins. It actually looks like a turtleback. Sometimes this is known as a turtleback Hoya. I especially like how the veins are pink in color, and what do you think? My Hoya pubicalis is the next Hoya with its large dark pink buds ready to bloom. When it bursts into this stunning ball of flowers, it's really a wonderful sight to behold. Now, though pubicalis is a rather common Hoya, in fact, this is actually the first time it has opened for me. The dark pink, almost red color outlined with white is really mesmerizing, and in fact, it reminds me of my Carnosa dark pink flower. Now, over here is my Carnosa dark pink flower, which you can see is really very similar to the previous pubicalis flowers that I have shared. The colors with the white outline generally looks similar, and I noticed the difference is perhaps the shape of the flower is just very slightly different. And over here you can see I have this is the flowers that drop off from the pubicalis. You can see that the shape is flatter at the tips of the petal for pubicalis, and the scent of the flowers are also different. Carnosa gives out a chocolatey scent, whereas pubicalis gives off a general kind of sweet scent. Of course, the main difference would be actually from the leaves. This is the leaves of pubicalis, which is usually longer and more slender, and also darker in green, especially if they are placed in less light. Over here is my Carnosa white. Again, the shape of the Carnosa flower is not so flat at the tips of the petal, as you can see from this video over here. They are less flat. And here is my Carnosa pink flower that has just opened, so the petal tips shapes are not so obvious at the moment. The sweet pink is always a delight when this Hoya opens. The next flower I would like to share is Hoya Sulawesiana. This is a very cute one, and let me show you why. Now, at this stage, we see the buds getting bigger as they mature, and eventually they burst into these cute furry ones. They are just so cute, and the fur combined with the juicy red centers are just overwhelmingly cute and pretty, and I'm sure you would agree with me too. I am so blessed today to have 2 balls of flowers going on at the same time today. And Hoya Sulawesiana is also very special as it has a really long peduncle, as we can see over here. We see some young buds here. This is the front view, and they are very cute round buttons. Over here is just one day before the flower closes, and the shape is also very pretty and a different feeling from those freshly opened ones as we've seen earlier. So I just wanted to share with you how Sulawesiana flower looks like at its various stages of flower development. And I do hope you find it interesting and we can all learn more about Hoyas together. Moving over to this side is my easygoing and frequent bloomer. This is Hoya Rubida, with currently several peduncles and flowers in different stage of development. This is a perfect chance for me to share with you how the buds and the flowers are. The buds are bright orangey red color, and when it opens, this ball of flowers surprisingly comes in a soft orange peach color, and it gives off a fresh floral scent and lasts for about 5-6 days. I do think this is a nice Hoya to have and grow if you can find one, as it is quite a forgiving one. Now let's move over to this corner, and this is my Hoya Sunrise. Sunrise is also beginner friendly with lovely foliage, and it blooms easily once established. And we have Hoya Kanyakumariana from India over here with its unique crinkly small leaves and pearly white blooms. These flowers give off a uniquely strong scent that is pleasant. This is a slow but steady grower for me. Over here, I'd like to share one of my favorite foliage with everyone, and this is the variegated Hoya Compacta. The way the new leaves comes in neon pink always capture and brighten my day, and I hope it adds cheer to your day too. Do let me know if you like these unique leaves too. This corner of my garden is where the Hoyas are growing up my wall, and I call it my living painting wall. And you can see these cute yellow ones are currently budding. These Hoya Inflata buds are very special and different from typical Hoya buds. They are also plump and full, ready to burst to see the world. And when it does, the flowers are just so delicate. They are very different from usual Hoya flowers, and in my opinion, it looks more like a tulip flower. That makes this Hoya especially treasured and beloved. My Inflata is growing in a small 3-inch pot, and it is a happy camper, that's why it's flowering. And the foliage is quite interesting. It is slightly furry with pink edges when it's under highlight. Next to the Inflata, this neighboring Hoya is also one of my favorite. This sweet one is Hoya Fistulapis. It is considered a rare one here in Singapore. I imported it directly from Indonesia, and once established, this Hoya flowers frequently. In fact, this is the 3rd time it has flowered for me, and it is really a long-lasting flower, keeping fresh blooms for more than 1 week. The colors are candy sweet pink, relatively large in size with shooting star-shaped flowers. Since it is blooming quite high above, I can't really reach it for a close sniff. And here is a close-up of the flowers that has dropped off. From afar, they look like a soft pink, and now close up is a very beautiful lilac color. As you can see, is really very special, as this is the first time I've seen this kind of lavender shade on a Hoya flower. Besides its beautiful flowers, Fistulapis leaves are also very unique and rather large. And you can see they have prominent indentations, and definitely you can recognize them right away. The next two Hoya flowers that I would like to share have similar shapes as Phytolapis, and this is the sunny yellow one here. This is Hoya Multiflora with its yellow shooting stars flowers. This is also an easygoing Hoya, and as its name implies, it does flower often and the flowers last more than 1 week with no scent. This is a thin leaf Hoya, so we do need to keep the media moist. Otherwise, I noted it tends to drop its buds before flowering. So just some sharing here. The other Hoya with shooting star shape is this Hoya Lockii over here. The buds are pretty large in size, coming in pure white color, looking so pretty. And this is a very hardworking and frequent bloomer. We see another set of new buds here. Once again, this is also a thin leaf Hoya that needs more water. Flowers come in white with a faint vanilla chocolate scent. Lockii is a frequent bloomer and the flowers can last very long, up to 2 weeks or even more. This must be one of the reasons why it is a popular Hoya within the community as well. The next Hoya is also one that has its flowers cascading downwards. And this is the Hoya Amicabilis. This is also a very shy but frequent bloomer for me. It has sun-stressed leaves, whereas leaves that are away from the light is a dark green in color, as we can see over here. Amicabilis flowers are bright yellow, and the edges of the petals are cute and frilly. These blooms have a distinctive shape. They hang downwards like small bells, and the back of the flower has prominent ridges with a hint of red running downwards towards the petals. They do come in large clusters. The flower lasts for about a week or so, and I have detected no scent so far from this particular Hoya. The next Hoya is also from Indonesia and is one of my favorite ones. Yes, this is Hoya Paradisea, a newly discovered species from Papua. Last month, I had 5 lovely blooms for the first time, and I am so blessed this round it has budded right away, and we have 10 buds this round. I'm really hoping they go into full blooms again. In this clip here, they have started to open up slowly. You can already see how furry and cute these beauties are. In this night clip, we see that this Hoya has fully opened up its flowers. They do not give out any scent. I did not detect any scent so far. And because this is also a cascading Hoya flower type, it is actually rather challenging to get a good shot while I'm trying not to damage the flowers. In this night view, we can see very clearly that these special flowers are very furry, and they are also a bit frilly at the sides of the petals. At this angle, the flowers really give off a majestic aura in my opinion. And because it has blood blasted numerous times before it finally set flowers, I am especially appreciative of these blooms. At this angle, it is really a cascading Hoya, and the flower is just hanging right below the plant. We can also see that the ball of flowers is really quite large comparing to the size of the plant. The next morning, the flowers remain in full bloom, and this is the best chance for me to share these mesmerizing beauties with you. Now, this is because these precious flowers are very short lasting and they will close after 1 day. So I know they will close by this evening. Even though the weather is not very sunny, I'm afraid this is the best opportunity for me to take this video to share with you guys. And I am already doubly blessed as this is the second time she has flowered within 1 month, and this time she has also doubled the number of flowers from 5 to 10 flowers. The next Hoya is also a white beauty, but she is not a stranger as I have talked about her many times, and she is a lovely frequent blooming Hoya. Yes, this is my Hoya Substantial Splash. She also have very attractive foliage with very nice splash. And over here in this plant, we can see it is in its active budding stage, which the buds look very special in their own way. I've taken this a few days later, and you can see that the buds have opened up to its full bloom glory. The flowers are very round. They are like bell shape, though they are flatter, more like a bow shape, and they do give off a very pleasant lemongrass scent, and this usually is stronger at night. Now let's travel across to the other side of my garden, and we have my Crimson Queen here that is currently also budding, and not just one set of buds. In fact, I noticed there's actually 2 sets of buds that are going on today. And so happy to share in this clip over here that the flowers have opened up, and as you can see, both of them have fully bloomed and they are sweet pink in color. Crimson Queen is a type of Hoya Carnosa, so as you can see, the flowers are very similar of those of Hoya Carnosa, and it is very interesting that I see a very special flower here. Look at this cute one. There are only 4 petals. It is no wonder Crimson Queen is a favorite Hoya among the Hoya community with its really sweet pink flowers as well as its nice variegated leaves. I am growing my Crimson Queen in a small 3-inch pot as well, and it's doing well as you can see. That's why it's flowering. And speaking about Carnosa, we have Hoya Krinkle 8 over here, which is actually a close relative of Carnosa as well. And you can see that the unique part about Hoya Krinkle 8 is the very crinkly leaves. That is a highlight of this Hoya. Of course, the flowers are also very beautiful. They are sweet pink in color. And the neighboring Hoya is Valmayoriana Splash, currently with 2 sets of buds going on, and it has very small interesting foliage. In this clip here, the 2 sets of buds have already burst into full blooms. The flowers give off a very pleasant floral scent, and they are really cute looking, and if you can see, they are actually pretty flat in structure as well. These flowers generally last 3-4 days. And over here is another frequent bloomer of mine. This is the Ilagorium Red, and is currently in full bloom. I especially like the color combination of these flowers, and it's also a very small Hoya growing in a 2.5-inch pot over here. The next Hoya I would like to share with you is also a frequent bloomer and is currently flowering. This is AFF burtoniae, which is also a very hardworking and frequent bloomer, which often flowers for me and with many peduncles and flowers as you can see over here. The flowers are a rich deep red color, and they are heavily dripping with nectar. The next Hoya that I'm very excited to share with everybody here is my Hoya that is also imported from Indonesia. And this is the very first time it has bud up and set flowers for me. It is still an unnamed species, so it's just called SP Java. And over here, Hoya has opened up at night, and as you can see, the blooms are reflex backwards. The petals are folded backwards, and we call that reflex. This is usually seen when they just open. And the next day, you can see that the petals have flattened outwards and they look more similar to a normal flower shape. I personally like this shape more, and I wonder what do you guys prefer? The color combinations of bright yellow with orangey hues at the tips of the petals, the coronas are white in color, really makes this a very beautiful Hoya to me. There is no scent, just maybe a very faint planty scent that is not flora, if you get what I mean. And they are very glossy as well. Now let's just take a look at how the foliage looks like. This particular SP Java also have very beautiful foliage with lime green leaves as well as veining. This neighbor Hoya is a rare one and also a frequent bloomer for me. The delicate round flowers with its inner stars and baby pink edges are so cute and pretty. These flowers are rather similar to those of Cistantial Splash. They also give out a lemongrass scent at night. I especially like the delicate pink colors, and they also last for a week or more. Leaf-wise, it is rather ordinary without any distinctive veining or splash. Wow! We have explored quite a number of Hoyas so far, and I hope you enjoyed them as much as I do sharing them with you. This round ball of flowers belongs to SP Sungei buloh, and I'm sure you will agree is such an exquisite creation of Mother Nature. Every single flower is crafted skillfully to form this round ball of perfection. In fact, I think one of the reasons why Hoyas are so alluring and special to us is the distinctive round shape of its flowers. You can see that the petals are fully reflexed when the flower has just opened. And in this next clip over here that is taken after a few days, the petals have straightened out, and as I've shared, I prefer this form of flowers compared to the earlier one, and I would like to hear what do you guys think. Even the same Hoya with its flowers opening at different times can often offer a different charm in a different way. These gorgeous white flowers give off a strong perfume smell, and they last for about 4-5 days. Let's take a look at its foliage. They are also stunning with distinct veining and patterns on its leaves. They are lighter green in this area as this is exposed to strong sunlight. Over here is another perfect round ball of flowers from my Parasitica Heart Splash. This one also gives off a very strong perfume, and you definitely can't miss it when it opens. Let's take a quick stop to admire this Hoya Decay with its gorgeous sun-stressed leaves. And here are the leaves of Parasitica Heart Splash. As its name implies, they come in very lovely heart shape and sprinkled with attractive splash. I'm definitely a fan of splashes, so this makes it on my list of favorite Hoyas. Do share and let me know what are your favorite Hoyas in the comments below. These red rubies here are not a stranger to my collection. This is Hoya Tomataensis, an easygoing and faithful Hoya that flowers readily all year round. Though the flowers are smaller in size, the rich red colors and the lovely fragrance makes it a really wonderful Hoya to have. And of course, the sun-stressed leaves in hues of deep red colors only adds to its beauty. This is one Hoya that you can put under the direct sun, and over here we see how the buds looks like before they open. Under my growing conditions, I do consider this as a very easy-going Hoya. The next Hoya I would like to share is also one with a much smaller bloom, but this one I am also very happy to share with everybody because this is the first time it has opened its blooms for me. The buds are orangey red in color. The leaves are succulent-like and I really enjoy its texture and shape. They are hard and they also give off a very nice healthy sheen in the sun. Now, it is very interesting to see that when the flower opens, it is actually not orange color but a lilac purple color, just as its name implies. I read somewhere that the scent is not very pleasant. However, I do not detect any smell on my Hoya at all. And since it's the first time the flower has opened, I am not sure how long they would last as well, so I will update you guys next time. These vibrant buds over here is from a newer member of my collection, and the new leaves are also very glossy and pretty. There is also another set of buds from my Hoya Uncinata here, ready to greet the world. In this clip that is taken a few days later, the vibrant buds of my Hoya Valmayoriana has fully opened to this very gorgeous orangey petals with striking red coronas. The flowers have no scent. They usually last for about 5 to 7 days. Regarding the foliage, they are long and slender. They are rather hard as well with prominent veining. And right beside this orange beauty, my regular Uncinata has also opened its flowers to its full glory. I believe this is not a stranger as well. I really like this particular set of flowers as well because the shape is rather different compared to those of Carnosa or shooting star type. And the color combinations are especially pretty to me, with the very sweet pink color combined with creamy white coronas. The only thing about this flower is the scent is not exactly very pleasant. We can see both flowers side by side. I wonder which is the kind that you like. Do share with me in the comment sections below. And over here is the foliage of Uncinata. As we come over to this side, I just discovered these flowers are already in bloom. I see the shape of the cluster is flatter rather than forming a ball shape. Now let me gently try to bring them up to share their beauty with you. There are over 20 flowers in this cluster. The white petals coupled with the pink coronas are really a very pretty sight for everybody to see. In this angle, we can see clearly the cluster of flowers form a flat shape rather than a ball. Oh, and I almost forgot to introduce that this is Hoya Anulata. And over here is a second set of flowers. So I am really lucky to have two sets of flowers today. Now this Hoya really puts out a very long vine, and by following it, it leads us back to the plant. It is also growing in a 3-inch pot over here. The foliage is also very pretty with lime green leaves in a very nice ovate shape, and it can also get sun stress with patches of pink when it is placed in direct light, and this Hoya currently is in this location where it is under the full sun. Let me share these creamy yellow ones with you. I'm happy to celebrate their first blooms with everyone here. They are so cute with round, fat bottoms, and so far I have not detected any scent. Perhaps because it is now daytime and Hoyas usually give off a scent at night. The leaves are also extremely lovely with splashes too. A few days later, I have this shot over here to share how different but equally pretty the flowers look. It is really interesting to see that the same Hoya gives off a very different look at different stages of its bloom. Let's take a closer look at its foliage. Now, besides its gorgeous splashes, the leaves get nicely sun-stressed in a bronze color under the light. The leaves does not get evenly sun-stressed though. I see rather only the edges become red. Besides my Hoyas, I would like to share with everybody this gorgeous philodendron pink princess over here. I just want to share how wonderfully beautiful these new leaves are. And now let me take you to the inner corner of my garden and show you this precious one here. This is Hoya Flagellata Gold. Look at how amazing these buds are. Let me gently lift it up to show everyone. You can see more clearly the unique shape of these buds here. This is a clip from a few days later. The buds have now fully opened, and we can see why its name is Flagellata Gold with its golden flowers. The previous long structure on the buds now are very furry in the middle of the flower, giving it such a charming and mesmerizing look. And as we view the flowers in its natural state, it offers yet another beautiful look hanging gracefully with each of its perfect blooms. I especially appreciate these beauties because they only open for one day, and capturing this rare moment to share with everyone, and I do hope you enjoy them very much too. Let's also take a moment to look at its foliage, and they are rather small and succulent like, pretty thick, and comes in a deep green color with light splashes. This is Hoya Paziae. It is a hardy one and it flowers often. The creamy buds comes in large cluster of 20 or more flowers. This is a small plant grown in my 3-inch pot, and on this side the flowers are in a later stage of flowering, and we can see yet a different but also very beautiful look of these vanilla blooms. This Hoya is considered a rather common one and is readily found here in Singapore, and thus it is considered a beginner-friendly Hoya. I also really like the lime green color leaves with a hint of veining and the dark outer lining of the leaves. I hope you are enjoying the Hoya so far, and here is another lovely beauty that I want to share with you. This is Hoya Paziae, which is also a very hardworking and frequent bloomer. I do find the simple combination of pure white and red offers a special place in my heart too. These flowers give off a baby powder fragrance and are rather long-lasting, up to 1 week or more. Foliage-wise, they are more ordinary without any veining or distinctive patterns. However, it is worthwhile to note that the new leaves comes in a very pretty orangey color, and this could be the highlight of the foliage of Paziae. And we have over here a lovely buds from Hoya Memoria. This is also the first time this Hoya has put up its buds for me. And in the next few days, these lovely buds have burst into full blooms, as we can see over here. These are really very sunny and cheery yellow blooms, and the unique part about it is actually very glossy, or even a wax-like structure, and perhaps that's why sometimes Hoyas are also known as wax flowers. I would also like to take a moment to share its gorgeous foliage with everyone. They are really very nicely sun-stressed in the full light, and you can see the prominent and distinctive veining over the leaves here. And right next to Hoya Memoria, we have this fuzzy and furry beauty over here. These flowers are from my Hoya Isabel Cheniae. These flowers actually look pretty similar to those of Hoya Sulawesiana, except that they are much smaller in size. The leaves, however, are very different. They are a lot smaller and shorter, and they are also very furry. And I think the unique part about this particular Hoya is really its very unique and cute foliage. Another red beauty that is flowering also is this Coronaria pink. Though the name is pink, it does look more like a salmon red in my opinion. Over here, I think it's really nice that we can see the buds as well as the fully open flower together in the same shot. The buds are speckled with red color splashes, and the flowers are also very pretty in its very own way. The leaves are pretty simple without any distinctive veining. It is lime green in color and rather hard as well. Over the next few days, we can see that the buds have now fully opened, and this Hoya Coronaria pink now is in full bloom. The flowers are especially lovely, and they do actually last for a rather long time of more than a week or so. They do not give out any particular scent. They do not produce any nectar as well. This Hoya I would like to share with everyone is also blooming for the first time with me. This is Hoya SP Philippines, and as you can see here is a very nice vanilla delicate light orange color. These blooms are not very large in size, and I must share that the scent is not very pleasant, almost like a chemical smell. The foliage is especially beautiful with distinctive veining and sun stress. And over here is another set of buds that you can see are much redder in color. And when the blooms open, you can also notice that the colors are a lot richer and deeper in red compared to the other bloom that I shown earlier. And I believe this is because this particular area is more exposed to the sun, and this caused the flowers to be different even though it is the same SP Philippines. And once again, we take a look at the beautiful foliage it has with distinctive veining as well as the sun-stressed leaves. Over this side, I would like to share with you two very frequent and hardworking Hoyas of mine. They are currently in their budding stage over here, and you can see clearly how they look like. Both of them have different distinctive colors of their own, of a deep red as well as an orangey pink salmon color. And we can also see there are several blooms, and I'm really excited to see when they are in full bloom. And over here, taken a few days later, the flower has burst to its full blooms, and it's such a gorgeous hues of colors we can see. I especially love these two Hoyas, and now that they have opened side by side, I am really blessed and so happy to be able to share that with everybody over here. The foliage are also very attractive with prominent veining as well as a touch of sun-stressed hues on the leaves. I have also just discovered this very shy Caudata Sumatra over here has also opened its blooms, and this is a perfect timing to share her with you because they are also very short lasting for about only 1 to 2 days. So I do notice that maybe the furry Hoyas tend to not last very long. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found some Hoyas you like and perhaps learned something about them. Do subscribe and like the video. It is free and it helps me to spread my videos to more Hoya lovers like ourselves. Do visit me anytime. My Hoyas welcome you always. Till then, take care and bye!